AOC might have an idea many Republicans could love. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat, New York, where AOC has proven herself to be just another empty politician on Capitol Hill. But this time, she might a good idea. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Democrat, New York, where AOC has proven herself to be just another empty politician on Capitol Hill, mindlessly droning on about income inequality and whatever other left-wing bromide she can conjure up while never actually following through on any of her insane, and usually inane, ideological cogitations. Most recently, AOC has found herself running afoul of the very far-left element of the Democratic Party that originally helped to put her into power, as they are realizing AOC is just another captured member of Congress to elite special interests. Yet, every so often, AOC finds a way to remind audiences of her alleged left-wing bona fides by picking an easy target, isolating them, and attacking relentlessly. That's precisely what she has done with the multi-millionaire Australian real estate developer who grotesquely complained that working-class people had become far too arrogant for his own liking and that they would basically need to be punished for their insolence. It was a classic let-them-eat-cake moment that agitated my inner, long-dormant revolutionary into being, prompting me to actually find agreement, to a point, with the otherwise imbecilic congresswoman from the Bronx. Let them eat cake. According to the multi-millionaire property developer, he wants to see the unemployment rate in his home nation of Australia go up to 40–50% in order to make workers suffer so that they won't be so arrogant. And what is the arrogance that the multi-millionaire, globalist investor is referring to? Why, of course, the arrogance that workers just want to work in a safe, comfortable environment and to be paid what they are worth rather than the subsistence wages that almost every worker in the West is paid. Consider this, my friends, the cost of everything for ordinary people in the West has skyrocketed. Have their paychecks gone up to keep up with those costs? Of course not. Why does this entitled wannabe tyrant believe that millennials will never own a home? Not because rich snobs like him are doing their best Marie Antoinette impressions with their workers. Not even avocado toast for you. Instead, he believes it's because millennials are spending $40 a day on smashed avocados and coffees and not working. I'm a millennial. I can honestly say that I've never had avocado toast. I do enjoy coffee. But that's mostly so that I can keep working the insane hours that I work to provide for my family. I, like most members of my generation, work crazy hours. I am fortunate in that I was able to purchase a home for my family. But many of my friends cannot do the same, and they are all gainfully employed and live frugally. But this rich guy thinks that people who essentially make the businesses of the world function properly, who are paid usually below inflation, are simply too entitled. In the real estate developer's eyes, workers have to be made to understand that the working class works for the employer, not the other way around. I've worked for many people like this. I wish I could say that he was an anomaly in our corporatist overlord class. Sadly, this man is speaking for most of his cohort of fellow overly wealthy, entitled elites. Just how do these individuals make their money? Is it because they innovated something? At one point in our history that was true. But nowadays guys like this get ahead by gaming the system. In this guy's case, he made his money in real estate development. And everyone knows just how freewheeling and barely legal so many practices in the international real estate development business can be. Cutting backroom deals with elected officials to ensure that a given project is moved along, skirting environmental and government regulations, whether they are fair or not, and I happen to believe we need fewer regulations in general, just to get their cash cow project done. This is how international real estate development really works. Similar practices define other major industries today, sadly. The term is rent-seeking behavior. After corporations that are run by individuals like this reach a certain level of success, they stop being as innovative or competitive as their rivals. So, rather than roll up their proverbial sleeves and make their companies more competitive, very often, they use their wealth and size to get the government to do their bidding by creating laws and regulations that favor their industry or corporation over others. The corporate masters, as we experienced in the 2008 Great Recession, effectively socialize the downsides and the risks of their ventures while privatizing all the gains. In essence, it is highly unlikely that the real estate developer in question is so much better because he